I noticed that after you said it, she changed it. She wasn't muted before. Anyways, Liz, you're muted right now. You are actually. Say something. We can't hear you. No. You're not muted, but your mic isn't working. Yeah, so that's how I see the difference between like main difference between the ESFJ and the ENFJ is that in one quadrant they adhere to a hierarchical system. Look at Tyrion. Tyrion is in the alpha quadrant, and despite his rank, he doesn't pull rank on people. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
We.
So
hear me?
friendly today. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Liz, your hair is really matted. You just take a shower?
Yeah, it's wet.
That's more accurate.
Oh, Eric agreed on ENFJ with me. Now everyone's on board. I'm happy. Okay.
Liz, have you watched the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I was arguing with you guys, but no one was listening to me because you guys couldn't hear me. And then I was like, can you even hear me, or are you just ignoring me? And then I got like kind of upset. And I realized that no one could hear me. Varys is not an INTP in my opinion. He's an INFJ. He's like super beta. Doesn't value any. How do you think that he values any? That is like the most ridiculous thing to me. He's like, but the way, no. The way that Varys deals with those possibilities. So you have to remember that he's any ignoring. So like he has the ability to think of these possibilities, but it's not something that he is constantly doing. He only does it for the purpose of figuring out a plan and a goal to follow. He's not someone that's like, because if you look at the difference between action between Varys and Tyrion, Tyrion is much less likely to devise a specific plan and follow it, whereas Varys is planning everything. Everything he does is very like.
I agree with Liz. Yeah, you can tell like. You can basically group the people who are very secretive with their long-term plans into NI types, and then the people who are really open.
Not necessarily secretive though. Melisandre is an EIE, and she's not secretive with her plans.
EIE?
Yeah. ENFJ.
Who's Melisandre?
The red lady.
Oh, do you think she's an ENFJ or INFJ?
She's ENFJ for sure. Yeah.
But kind of INFJ.
No, her and Stannis are duals. Stannis is an ISTP.
Oh, you think so? I think
sure.
I think Stannis is an ESTP and Melisandre is an INFJ.
Why? They're so beta, rational.
Right. I know. I agree. They're the beta quadrant. I agree. They're
rationals, not irrationals. Look at how they handle. Like they have these specific set of values that they're trying to like push on everyone else, and they think that like these values are gonna like basically save the world, which is like so beta rational. Beta irrationals are much less like beta rational duals are Daenerys and Khal Drogo.
What?
Yeah. Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one interpretation. Okay.
You don't think that Stannis is a similar? Okay, you have to realize that I don't know about Braun. I actually think Braun is an ESTP,
I
but
think Braun's the ISTP.
maybe I'd have to think about that more. Um,
The cell sword. I think Braun like no. Okay, so we can see like we can judge them based on their like hidden agendas. Braun doesn't give a shit if people like him.
um,
Braun is like Braun's like Braun wants to like I think Braun wants to like believe in a cause, but he doesn't.
yeah, okay,
He's not
yeah.
doing that.
But the thing is, you have to remember with Stannis is he's been dualized. Like he's with his duel right now, and that's why he's
Yeah,
like the
I
things that
believe
he's doing is because he's with his duel. Um,
right. The
but
vision
like
is
remember
definitely
what
coming
he
from Melisandre, but I think her
but
vision
remember
is
what
so
he was
like
like before he met her though. There's like flashbacks and stuff. I didn't read the books, but like I'm going completely off the show because I'm sure that the characters are different in the show and the books. Um, I think Jon Snow is an SLI, so an ISTJ. How does he value FE though? He's all about
he's
like
a
his
high.
own internal. It's not. No, it's not
What?
about influence. Whoa, 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 whoa! You like
Calm
completely.
down, calm. Okay, okay. Calm your horses. Calm your horses. Calm your horses.
He like. How is that FE though? Yeah, compassion is like can be. It depends on the intention. With Jon Snow, he has a bunch of like morals that he's honestly actually I'm not gonna
He's FI. He's FI.
he's
Sorry,
FI for sure.
he's FI. The
Yeah, for
whole time, the
sure.
whole time he was it was about like him figuring out his morals.
Yeah, but he doesn't but he doesn't value like aggression or
But
like
ISFP
like
would wouldn't want aggression either. Like you know what I mean?
mm-mm. And
Like
okay,
ISFP would seem
ISFP
like
and MBTI is a lot different than ESI, so I'm just not going to comment, I guess. Why? Yeah. Okay, that's a bad argument. I've met many of this type, and they don't seem the same. Darnley. Why? How doesn't he know how to organize things? He had like that whole group that look at the
he was,
wildlings. He went to
but
he organized
he
all
seems
the
a lot
wildlings.
more. He seemed a lot more. I want to chime in. He seemed a lot more incompetent in this shit show compared to the book, though. Yeah, yeah. He seems more ISFP in the series because of how incompetent he was. He didn't appear like a thinker in the series. I got to agree, but in the book he was definitely a thinker. He would plan. He wouldn't plan, but he would act on logical judgments constantly, logical decisions constantly, trying to make
I
them.
think that he's FI had an agenda.
You think he's the ISTJ? Possibly.
I think so for sure.
It's possible, but but he
Why?
but he seems kind of rash. Rash. Like I don't think an ISTJ would abandon his home and go join the Night's Watch, go on an adventure like that.
He didn't
But that's
abandon
not
his
true.
home.
That's
He
not true.
didn't
That's
have
not
a
true.
home.
No, I take that back. I take that back. They don't do it very often, but sometimes they do. Okay. That's pretty like demonstrative TI, right?
ISTJs can actually be very soft. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like the like stereotypical like
You know,
hardcore rule oriented ISTJs that you're thinking of are actually probably ISTPs that have this
or
like TI.
ESTJs.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like everyone in the room typed Elsie as an ISTJ, and then I talked with her for like an hour, and then it was so clear that she was an ESTJ.
Mm.
It's huge. ISTP. You see a ISTP when you interact with them, they'll actually appear quite
Similar?
tough. The ISTPs appear tough, like aggressive sometimes. I know, but we're clearly the typing experts here, so. No sarcasm. With hints of truth.
I feel like I shouldn't be arguing like socionics types for MBTI types because they aren't necessarily. Yeah, because like
But if you think of each of them as like just the functions, then they do.
not really, not no, because like SE, like you were saying before, ISFPs don't really like violence. Well, like I mean, not liking violence could be like a value for them, but not liking some sort of physical aggression is just untrue because they're SE creative and they have like they are rational as well, so they have goals and like to
Yeah, but
follow
okay.
those goals with force.
You're saying in terms of value, right? They value SE, yes, they do act, but they don't because they have demonstrative SI.
No, that doesn't make any sense as saying that ISTPs don't have any sort of value to like pursue goals with
Wait,
physical aggression as well.
are we talking about ISFP or are we talking about ISTPs right now?
I'm talking about both because they're both SI demonstrative and SE
Right,
creative.
right.
Because that argument that you just used would have to
Sorry,
be
what
the
was your
same.
point? I couldn't follow.
Just because you were like saying that ISFPs are really soft and like not for like physical aggression in any sort of way, which is untrue, I think, in my opinion.
I think they act when they need to, and they can do it well, but most of the time they don't. So it's the outward appearance.
No, that's dumb saying that, oh, they have this function, but they don't use it that much. Yeah. They both have the same ability to do so. They just don't. ISFJs value like positive atmospheres and like I don't know comfort. So they're not going to push anything. Why is my back so itchy? Okay. But yeah, there's a whole typing, like if you go to World Socionic Society on Facebook, there's a whole typing thread of this, like hundreds of comments on different types, and like they have like a benchmark of like what most people have agreed upon and why for each type. For Game of Thrones specifically. They have like a bunch of other stuff too, but so I've like read a lot of these arguments, but so I can't claim that these are my opinions necessarily. I mean, they are my opinions because I've looked at them and agreed with them, but they're not my original ideas.